All right, guys, I wanted to bring up a few points about this school shooting, the 17 people dead, and a lot of um, offering some solutions that nobody seems to be offering out there. And we got to understand we keep talking about the problem, the problem, the problem, and nobody has any solutions. So this video is to offer a few of them to see what you guys think of it. If you like any of it, what I said, pass it along. I think a lot of them have some great potential, honestly, guys, because this is bullshit. What's going on in this country is absolute bullshit. And I analyzed and watched the response from the president and this man who's known for being aggressive, for moving forward, for being the leader of everything. And what we saw and witnessed was this calm praying and thoughts and prayers, and that is bullshit. If you had any time to raise your voice, Donald Trump, and be the speaker for the American people, if there's any time to be angry in this country, that was the moment. And you failed on that. I'm sorry, mister, but I'm sorry. You pride yourself on being that guy. That was the opportunity. That was the time that you're supposed to be a ball busting person and saying, we're going to change this. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to make sure this never happens again. And I'm going to bet that he won't follow up on anything like that. Prayers and faith and everything, yes. But don't disrespect faith and religion by doing that. Don't get people, that's what I have a problem with too when we have this, having faith and prayers and thoughts and prayers, of course, for the victims' families, of course. But betting that nothing is going to get done by Congress is what this video is about. Um, and what needs to happen, guys, let's assume that Congress is going to do nothing. They will continue to do nothing. Nothing. So, this is what I'm proposing. Right now, Monday, the next time, school is out. Don't go to school. The teachers, everybody out there that have the salary that they get paid a salary. The students go there. I think the teachers should stop going to school. I think everybody's school should be out of session until this is brought to the forefront, because these are the students, these are the future, and these rat bastards in Congress really don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. So we start giving shit. As far as parents, as far as teachers, if you have a problem with this, don't go to school. School is out. And follow me on this. Because when they stop going to school, the students continue to work. The future of this country, the generations, the future generations, I would bet that collectively we have better ideas than Congress will ever offer up to the table in America. And they start writing essays, they start putting out their ideas. We start voting on what the best ideas of solving these problems are. And we give them an opportunity to do what they can't. Because obviously they don't have the pull, they don't have the power, they don't have the ideas, they don't have the money, apparently, to fix anything. They just gave themselves all the tax breaks, and we sit here and we say that let's start setting goals, guys. By 2020, we'll have metal detectors in every school across America. What's the problem there? We can't afford it. Breaks to the rich. We just gave, let's for 1 year, guys, let's have sacrifice
that tax break or the equivalent of that tax break and fix this problem. If they give a damn enough, if they are Christian enough, they will sacrifice that tax break and put it into something like this. And if they don't, that's fine, because there's a lot more great people out there. There's a lot of people with a lot of money out there who would support something like this. The goal would be by 2020 having metal detectors in every school across America, and it can happen. Anybody who told us it can't happen is lying to us, and that's what we've got to get to the bottom of here, guys. But it also gives people an opportunity, schooling Congress on how to treat us with respect, how to acknowledge the issues, how to address issues, how to finish the issues once and for all, or at least take a huge step to do that in this country. Um, um,
So I'll continue. Well, school, if this happens, guys, let's say it won't fall into play. We won't have a protest, a national nationwide protest to say we're not going to school anymore. No kids are going to school anymore because we don't feel safe bringing them to school. It's a death trap. It's a death wish because we look at the graphs and everything. How much is happening within the last couple of months? It's a death wish. We are sending our kids not even to get educated anymore. We're sending them at a high risk that they're gonna die. Um, and then the education means nothing because we're not going to make it in the future because nothing's being done and it's just going to spiral into something worse and worse and worse. So we give people the opportunity, the students, the chance to do essays, to write essays, to vote on it, um, to connect with each other and start getting those gears going, guys. I trust in the youth of America, and this is the opportunity. Um, we need ball busting people, and I believe that those people who have lived through the tragedies, those people that go every day and see what the issues are and see how it can be changed, and those people that experience it are the people that know how to deal with it. Um, and it also gives people, the parents and the students, a chance, this little break, from here until the end of this school year, to get to know your kids, to talk with them, to speak with them, ask them, what are your dreams? What are your concerns? What are your fears? What can you do about that? How can I help? And that's extremely important. And getting to those issues of emotions, addressing emotions, and that gets into the mental illness and the depression and everything that's going on in this country that we aren't fixing. So school's out, and this is about schools out and schooling Congress, we will not go back to school until you fix this problem. Don't tell us you don't have the pull. Don't tell us you don't have the time. Don't tell us that you don't have the money. Don't bullshit us anymore. These are our youth. Um, yeah, it's frustrating. Donald Trump, you had a chance to be the ball buster. Every conservative out there loves you because he's such an aggressive man. Yeah, he's draining the swamp. And then at that moment, I'm sorry, it looked weak to me. It looked extremely weak. It looked like somebody who was not pissed off. A man who runs off of aggression, it seems so suspicious to me when he said our thoughts and our prayers. No, we need a miracle. We're praying for a miracle. Maybe this is part of it, is us starting to do, us taking charge and being that miracle ourselves instead of depending on somebody else to do the job for us. Um, and so I'll go into, so here's two other solutions. This is a really good one, I think. When we look at the metal detectors, of course, we set a goal, let's just say 2020. That's a very reasonable goal, I think, to have metal detectors in every school across America. And that includes campuses, that includes outdoors. Um, but the security system, guys. Um, this is an idea that I passed along to somebody. I talked with somebody in the CIA, and they said, "Well, it's a good idea, but how do you know it's not doesn't already exist or they're not working on it?" I don't know. It's your responsibility to tell the population that this is coming and it's going to be a solution and it's going to help. It'll help relieve that pressure off of the American people. So if it does exist or somebody's working on it, we have the right to know that. And if it doesn't exist, we got to start doing it. But this is what it is, guys. You have security cameras in the schools too, or outside places, on the streets, or movie theaters, or stadiums. Um, you have cameras, you have motion detectors, and when a gunshot goes off and it goes over a certain decibel, it triggers that camera, and it triggers. I talked with some other people too. There's advanced technology out there to make this happen. Anybody that wants to call me out and say it's not, is also lying and also bullshitting, because we know in governments that technology, high advanced technology that has heat seeking, that has facial recognition, exists. And if we're going to say that it's going to cost us too much, it's going to cost too much, then that's when we got to get to the bottom of the problem. Um, but what happens is after a certain decibel, like a gunshot, it goes off and it triggers. And what it does is it sends out a like the tornado watch or the Amber Alerts. It sends out that signal to every phone around the area and lets you know there, and it gives you, if it's possible, maybe to find the trajectory or find where it's coming from and say stay away from that area, or it gives you instructions on what to do in case of that emergency. Um, and I think that will save so many lives. If it saves a few lives, so be it. Um, but what it also does is, and somebody also added on to this. It was a police officer, and she said, well, not only can there be facial recognition, because it can spot where the heat comes from, it can spot where the noise comes from, it can zero into that trajectory, look at the face, and it can, have sound frequencies that disorients the gunmen, to disorient them. So it can trajectory with the sound, and it can disorient them. But what she said also was, did you know the technology also exists to have lasers? Lasers can pinpoint, you look at the face, and they can go right for the eyes and get in their face, so they can't, it disorients their vision as well. um, there's a lot that can go into this. This is the beginning of it, and we have to work out the kinks and everything and make sure that it is not, it doesn't go off by accident, or it's utilized perfectly and soundly. But this is just my suggestion. This is one of the suggestions. I think the idea about, over decibel, it triggers, the tornado watch, the gun watch. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that, and who's working on it? Um, and I think it's a great way, and it's a good step forward. Um, and also, non-lethal, debilitating weapons. Everybody needs a gun to protect ourselves from other people with guns, right? Somebody's going to get killed either way, right? That's what always happens. Why, when we have the NRA and everything, the person that comes up and mass market it, mass produce weapons that are non-lethal but debilitating, that gives everybody the opportunity to protect themselves and debilitate the other person without killing and murdering them. So the guilty conscience of just having killed somebody is on our consciousness. We look at all these movies that we see around of the future, these different weapons and everything, and we're like, wow, that's cool. I can see how that could exist. But then when it comes time to propose that to somebody, people are like, nah, that's bullshit. That doesn't exist. No, no, no. Let's not do that. We need some guns. We need some real guns. We need some bullets. Bullshit. We look at all these other rubber bullets and stuff. Sure, um, what do you call it? Tasers and stuff. That's part of it. But if we look further into the future and look at the technology of how we can do this kind of stuff, we will feel so much better. You know, um, heck, even clothing that has more Kevlar ingrained into it, so we feel safer. That needs to be implemented more too. We shouldn't go out and have to feel afraid. But if that you have that fear, um, then these things should be easier accessible and things like that. And I don't think this country is, we're doing a piss poor job at that. I'm sorry, collectively we're doing a piss poor job at implementing these things that people are like, these ideas are crazy. Um, so let's just do nothing again and watch it happen again, and then bitch and moan again, and then blame politicians again, instead of us taking the initiative, and the conglomerate. We can, like I said, the NRA, fine, whatever. They have their thing. They have their rights. They already decided what laws and who they want to support. But we, can come together and create something that makes more sense to the people who don't want anything to do with that, because that seems kind of shitty. That seems, it doesn't make sense. Rolling back the laws about allowing mental ill people to obtain guns. Roll it back right now. Prove you have faith. Prove that there's something spiritual and something from Christ that speaks within you. If you want to go the direction of protecting children, and you are here to protect God's children, start there. I think all of America, here's the thing, I think all of America can agree we can go back to that and say, yeah, doesn't that guy doesn't check out, there's something suspicious, let's give him a gun anyway. I think we can all agree that that's at least one thing we can get rid of. Um, and why can't we vote on what we think and what we want, instead of saying, this is what we all want, guys? I can't wait till it gets passed in Congress. Oh, now what do we do? It didn't get passed. Ah, let's vote on the next local official and see if we can get it, start. Anyway, but it's bullshit, guys. What you're dealing with is bullshit. I say, take your kids out of school. This is how we protest. Literally, imagine that happening. For once in history, for the history books, America speaks up and backs out of school, removes ourselves from the danger, um, and excites the imagination and excites the ability of our future generations to pull together to school Congress on the innovations, on the new technologies, on the better solutions, on the better laws that make more sense on a collective. Why can't we just vote on a collective, what we feel should be brought to Congress, instead of waiting for them to propose something that seems half-assed on both sides or either side? This is not a Democrat. This is not a Republican. This is us speaking our voices, saying we're pissed off and we're tired of both sides lacking on this issue. So these are just a few solutions. Sure, they might be crazy, but I'm offering this out to anybody. If you feel anything about this, um, share this, like it, because eventually it will catch on to somebody who's like, they have the access, they have the money to make this happen, and it probably is not going to come from anybody in Congress. So we might as well keep sharing this in an attempt to let it reach the right people in this world. Because I'm not going to write a letter to Congress. I'm not going to write a letter to Congress. I don't trust them anymore. I trust myself. I trust the voices of the people of America more than these people. Democrat and Republican. Democrats, get some balls. Republicans, stop pretending that you're not scared. Or that you're a party that comes from a place that is here to protect the earth and to protect, the children and the future generations. Stop it. The only thing you care about is getting money. But if we can prove as Americans that we can make more money and have an economic boom by doing the right thing, the more protection we have, the better situations we have, the safer we feel, the more we profit, the more we profit. Imagine profiting off of doing the right thing. Imagine that. So, and Donald Trump, if you have a change of heart on this situation, great. Great. But we're not betting on it. We are not betting on that. But this is not about the president, guys, because even the president has more people coming at him from so many different directions. That's why we got to understand that situation and be like, you know what? This is our opportunity and our job and duty as civilians, as Americans in this country, to take charge of the situation. Because otherwise, if it doesn't happen now, I say a walkout protest the next time this happens at a school shooting. If it doesn't work now, let's do it next time. Because it is wrong to put our children in that danger every day. Every day. It's sick. It's disgusting the way that we are putting our faith in the wrong people instead of us taking the initiative and demanding. Is it going to be too expensive to do an overhaul on the educational system to protect our children? Maybe. Maybe. Are there ways to not depend on Congress to do this? Most likely. All these tax breaks that they just got. Here's an idea. There was those 400 billionaires who were against the tax. Let's just ask them as a way to get this started. Let's ask those people who are against tax breaks that fit the bill of those millionaires and need something to invest in. Let's get this started. Let's ask them to get this started, because those most likely are people that are willing to invest in something that has purpose. So this is the way I feel, guys, and I think if it reaches the right people, like those people, it can be Republicans, it can be Democrats, it can be moderates, it can be independents. It doesn't matter, you know. All those people we think are our enemies are looking for solutions themselves. They just start to do it, and then they get sidetracked or they get misdirected. And this is all about misdirection. So let's stop that and keep pushing forward until these things happen. Um, so um, so that's my solution, guys. Again, share this video if you want to. Again and again, it happens again and again. Nothing gets done, but you guys realize, signing petitions and stuff. There comes a point when that does not matter because we make a statement, and that could be the most profound statement. The teachers who give a damn about the students because they do, um, and their salary needs to go way 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 up too. By the way, um, because they look out for your kids, and you send your kids and they're looking out for them. They give a damn for those students. Hell yeah, they do. So those should be the first people to say, listen, I'm not going into work. I got a salary. Maybe the American people can help finish their salary if the schools refuse to pay that, which I doubt they would, because those are the people that deserve to keep that salary. People that do their work and not bullshit. Deserve to get paid. A lot of people get paid for doing nothing in this country, so why can't the teachers get paid to do nothing for a few months? Um, and then the schools will be empty, and it allows us to look at the schools and say where the metal detector is going to go in, where the security systems go in, where can we have more people. And the thing is not about beefing up security because this is a state of fear. This is just resolving the issues so we can feel comfortable going to school, and then that anxiety doesn't weigh in when they do go to school. We get that off our shoulders, so the process of learning becomes much more easier because that weight becomes lifted. um you know and not doing anything is hindering so much in this country. But these are just the things I have, guys. Please share this video. I will talk and I will talk. I will keep talking. I don't give a damn. You can share this video or not. I give a damn. You give a damn. Share this video, or make your own video and express your own opinion, because this doing it all in text or stuff on Facebook or whatever does nothing, because we misinterpret everything. We misinterpret words. We don't have expression. We don't have emotion, and it gets lost in the whole thing. And I would bet you. Here's what I would bet too: is I'm a liberal, but I bet you the conservatives will be like, you know what? Yes, I put faith in, and I got to start putting more faith in people, Republicans, Christian Republicans, moderates, independents, everything like that too. Because when we start putting faith in each other, that's when things start moving. And then we realize, you know what? The problems are probably coming from a place we have no idea where it actually came from. Divide and conquer, destroy and build. Oh, what a crazy coincidence. Who would profit off anyway? But that's when we get to the issues, the cutthroat issues, of what's really going on in this country and how we profit from doing the right thing. Trickle down economics. No, this is about taking care of the issues first, so we end up saving money in the future, and it starts accumulating, and we start to earn abundance for doing the right thing for each other. You guys understand? So much love, America. All of you people, we are beautiful people. Let's prove it. Let's show it. Let's give that energy back, in the right way. All right. Much love, guys.